If you hold Ripple XRP, it's time to prepare now because the SEC is seeking a $1.95 billion fine in final judgment against Ripple. Now, will they get all of that money? Obviously not. But in this video, we're going to be talking about what's taking place in the Ripple versus the SEC lawsuit. We're also talking about some altcoins that are exploding right now and some altcoins that have yet to take off that I think have massive potential this entire bull run. We're going to discuss what's taking place on the Bitcoin price chart to understand where we're about to go into the halving and post-halving and exactly what you need to do to find 100x altcoin gems before they explode. So comment 777 if you're feeling blessed, comment 777 if you're feeling bullish, and if you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, confirm it by tapping that subscribe button. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So if you haven't gotten on the early access list to get the underground guidebook for discovering 100x altcoins, you want to do that right now before we start this video. You don't need any previous crypto trading experience. You can go to bullrunners.com right now. The link will be in the description below this video, along with all the other resources that I'm going to be talking about throughout the course of this video to discover 100x altcoins. But you just put in your best email address. It's free to do so. You subscribe to our daily video newsletter and you get our top altcoin picks first before we make these videos. So that's super important to do right now. Check that out because when we dive into the charts for altcoins, specifically, we need to look at Bitcoin right now, where we are in this macro market cycle. Because if we compare Bitcoin to the past during the rally upwards of February of 2021, we can see some similarities here where Bitcoin currently rallied up to the true all-time high of almost $74,000 right here. We saw a sell-off to the downside to right around 60K right here, similar to what happened back here when Bitcoin rallied up to form an all-time high at $58,000. We saw a sell-off to the downside to the low of about $42,000. We also see the 50 moving average in blue, the SMA, and the 200 SMA in red on both charts, where when the 50 SMA crossed below the 200 SMA, we were in this correction in this sell-off. Now, the percentage of the sell-off was obviously different, where this sell-off was about 25%, whereas this sell-off on the left-hand side of the screen currently was only 17%. So institutions buying up these dips right now, that's why we haven't really seen like crazy 30% or 40% correction yet until maybe we get upwards of like 80, 90, 100, 120K for Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin marches back up to retest the true all-time high, what we saw happen here in the past when Bitcoin went down below, $43,000, we saw it bounce back up to retest the 200 moving average. It breached above it barely in March 3rd of 2021, so around the same month. So similar to what we're seeing right now, where we saw this breakdown, we saw a cross where the 50 moving SMA crossed below the 200 moving average in red while the price was in a downswing. We saw the same thing happen back here. The price was in a downswing. The 50 moving average crossed below the 200 SMA in red. We formed a low. We come back up to retest the 200 moving average. We couldn't really hold above it for too long. We formed this double bottom, but we also formed this ascending trend line right here. So same thing right here. We come up to the 200 moving average. We get rejected from it. So we didn't quite come as high as we did right here. We got rejected from it. So there are some minor differences here, but with this sell-off right here, we form a double bottom, bottom number 1, 22nd of March, bottom number 2, 24th of March. We're forming this ascending support, just like we formed this ascending support right here. And then what we need to see is this 50 SMA cross with the 200 SMA again, very similar to what we saw happen back here, because when the 50 SMA on the right-hand side of the screen in blue crossed above the 200 SMA in red, then we trended further to the upside and we passed the high of February of 2021. So if we want Bitcoin to pass the high of the 14th of March of 2024, I would expect something similar to play out. So where we could be in this chart right here compared to the past is we could be arguably somewhere right around here or right around here. So we're above the 200 SMA, but the 50 SMA is still below the 200. But as you guys can see, it's turning around right now. So the 50 SMA is just a shorter time frame moving average, whereas the 200 SMA is over the past 200 days. So it's more of a smooth moving average than the 50, which is more volatile based on price action. So what would push Bitcoin further to the upside? Well, it's liquidation of leverage traders that are going to be shorting the markets right around 70K, 74, 75K. So for example, for Bitcoin to push upwards of 73, 74K, what these exchanges would want to do, and these market makers, as you can see right here on the Binance Bitcoin to the USDT liquidation heat map, there is about there's billions of dollars, but right here it just says liquidation leverage in the 50 million. It's probably way more than that actually, at around $72,000. And then all the way up here, if we zoom out over the past 3 months, you could see some leverage positions upwards of $75,000. So if the price pushes to like 76, 77K, it would liquidate these traders. But also on the other side of the scale, you can see massive amounts of leverage down here around the 50K range. So if Bitcoin struggles to break out and we see a further sell-off to the downside and we break this ascending support right here, and it doesn't play out like it did in the past where Bitcoin, trended higher, then we could see a deeper correction going into the halving. So, tread with caution right now. Obviously, I'm not buying any Bitcoin. What I am looking for is altcoins that have yet to rally. So one altcoin that we've been talking about consistently that, has been a big nothing burger because of this lawsuit here, but eventually will have its day in the sun is XRP. We're trading in this bullish channel right here in this yellow rectangle that you guys can see at about 63 cents. But right now, this is what XRP is doing here.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
So that's what XRP is doing right now. It's just hanging around, doing nothing. And this is just hilarious at this point. The SEC is seeking, we knew they were going to ask for some money, but nearly $2 billion in a fine for Ripple selling XRP to institutional clients. Now, this document, came out saying the financial statements confirm that XRP sales remain nearly all of Ripple's total revenue through 2023 to institutional clients. So it's very clear. This is not new information. Everyone knows that, Ripple has been selling XRP, to fuel their developments and their partnerships. So Ripple as a company can, make these massive partnerships. And that's what's been suppressing XRP's price, which kind of sucks. Not kind of, it really does suck because, they need to figure out other ways to generate revenue than selling the currency that they would use to grow their business. So it's a catch-22 there. But they are making massive partnerships. And the SEC proposal asked the court to order Ripple Labs to pay $876 million in disgorgement, $198 million in prejudgment interest, and $876 million in civil penalty, amounting to a total of $1.95 billion. So this case began all the way back into December 20th, and it will be coming to a conclusion. They will have to pay a settlement agreement, but it's not going to be up to $2 billion. So they're most likely gonna, work down from there. But what we do is we diversify, right? Because if you guys watched any of my previous videos, you guys know that I'm super bullish on XRP. Quick disclaimer, don't buy XRP. Don't buy anything that we talk about on our channel. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not wearing a suit and tie that says Harvard graduate professional financial advisor here. You should consult your financial advisor if they're a millionaire. If they're not a multimillionaire, again, fire them, get rid of them. Hire someone that's actually qualified to give you financial advice. These videos are purely for education, informational purposes only. So I provide you with the news, and then what you choose to do is up to you. But if you've been watching any of the previous videos, we've made some banger calls that have done very, very well. For example, the Floki ecosystem, TokenFi, right around here, I was making videos for TokenFi right around like 5-6 cents, saying that if it held this support, we would go into the hope stage of the rally. And sure enough, we rallied up to what? Was it like 24, 25 cents? This project's up, almost a 4x. And that's because Floki has a very, very aggressive marketing campaign that's happening right now. And so this project, Floki and TokenFi, I think are going to do very, very well this bull run. But yeah, if you guys didn't catch that video 5 days ago, for people that are thinking we're only talking about XRP, you got to watch all the other videos on the channel. Listen to this. And it looks like this project is in the disbelief rally right now, because as you guys can see right here, it did very, very well out of launch, this massive green candle. Brought it upwards of, euphoria stage. This could be arguably like the complacency stage, dead cat bounce. And then we go into anxiety, denial, panic, anger, capitulation, anger. And then we see this depression stage right here. And so then we're out of the high. We broke out of the high as disbelief, where people think this rally is going to fail just like others. So we could bobble around here at this resistance or the support of 0.0516. If Bitcoin continuously sees a sell-off, we could coil up. I would expect some sort of like symmetrical triangle or ascending triangle to form over the next few weeks, and for us to break out with the rest of the market and go into the hope stage of the market cycle. Also, a while back, about 3 months ago, I made this video about ICP, and here's exactly what I said. As you guys can see at first glance, this chart doesn't look too hot, but that's the reason why 99% of people struggle to make money in crypto and 1% succeed, because the 99% are buying into the narratives that are being talked about all over the place, and they're purchasing the top right before corrections. And the 1% are looking for the narratives that have yet to gain mainstream adoption, where virtually nobody is talking about them, and they're buying down at the bottom before we see massive amounts of institutional money flow into a project like Internet Computer. So you can see this descending resistance in yellow that Internet Computer just recently broke at the end of October. And also you see another descending resistance in yellow that it's currently at right now. And if it breaks this descending resistance, I believe the next stop for this project can be between $6.70 all the way up to $8 before another correction. So that was right around here when the ICP was at around $4. It broke upwards of about $11, came back down to back test, the support range of about $8, broke out to 16, and then just chopped sideways from the 1st of January until recently. It just broke out upwards of $20. And so ICP, is up massively from, let's say, just $4.60. It's up 300%. So it's up a 3x right there. And so while XRP has just been steadily trending up, Ripple has been selling off XRP, they're seeing price suppression. We're making massive moves in the altcoin space. And I have some other projects too that I want to share with you guys on where the liquidity is flowing into that you can capitalize on. So it's all educational purposes only. I just show you guys the facts on the charts, and then what you choose to do is up to you. So ICP's chart is looking massively bullish. Now, right now, I wouldn't be entering in necessarily at $19. I'm just showing you guys this for example purposes only, but zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out for how much further to the upside we have. And I think at least $70 to $100 this bull run is what ICP could do. And so just to go back to the high of September of 2021 from where we are right now is 356%. That's almost a 4x for ICP. And so I still think there's a lot of gas left in the tank for this project right here as it's just getting started. And this is actually going to be one of my most bullish projects for the next decade because of what they're doing from the utility perspective. And they're completely changing the game. Now, another project that I think is about to have a massive breakout is Crypto.com's CRO token. Now, as you guys know, Crypto.com was doing a lot of advertising to retail through the Super Bowl last bull run, and they had like the Matt Damon commercial of like "Be brave" on the Super Bowl, or like "Be bold," or what that was saying. I have to play that commercial back.
With 4 simple words that have been whispered by the intrepid since the time of the Romans.
Samuel Jackson.
Matt Damon.
CRO went all the way upwards of 98 cents, almost $1 last bull run. It's at 14 cents right now. We see this nice rounded bottom formation. We see this resistance that it just recently broke above at about, 12, almost 13 cents. It back tested it as support. And so the next stop for CRO, once it breaks through this resistance right here on the 8th of March, is all the way up here within this range that acted as support during the complacency dead cat bounce. Because during the market cycle, I'll put it up on the screen right here. You can see the psychology of a market cycle where we see euphoria is all the way up here. Everyone's getting in, Super Bowl ads, super commercials. Tom Brady's talking about crypto. All the celebrities are talking about crypto. And then we see complacency happen all the way here where people are like, hey, I'm with a good investment. It's Crypto.com. It's a great project. It's going to recover, right? It's going to do this and it's going to keep going up from here. No, everything in crypto gets absolutely destroyed, Bitcoin included. So people thinking that they're safe holding like Bitcoin, Ethereum, even XRP or large cap projects. No, guys, everything gets destroyed 80 to 99% during a bear market. And so then we see what we have is the emotions of anxiety. Anxiety, when it breaks this support, it drops below 30 cents, denial, panic, right? Then you have capitulation and anger all the way down here. And then we get into the depression stage when we're at this bottom. So we're down here all the way at 5 cents. Everyone's depressed. It's over. Crypto's done. You should sell. It's a scam. When up here, everyone's like, crypto's the greatest thing on planet Earth. It's incredible. Then they're saying it's a scam down here because retail only focuses on price action. And smart money doesn't necessarily focus on price action in terms of, what they believe about the industry, because when the price is down here, they're not thinking it's a scam. What they're thinking is, oh, it's the best possible time to do what? Back up the frickin' truck. Why? Because when you buy low, right, we all went to high school. Now, whether we made it out of high school and graduated or not is a real question of, how far we made it into the traditional formal education system. Some people are high school dropouts watching this. I finished high school, but I didn't finish college. So I'm not the smartest cookie in the bunch of a grade A students, but I have street smarts where you just go back to, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, simple economics, buy low, sell high. When it's low, the math psychology is depression. Everyone's like, get out of that, stay away from that. No, it's the opposite. So whatever 99% are saying down here, it's the exact opposite, guys. It's really simple, right? Dumb math here, okay? Dumb money sometimes is the dumb psychology is the best psychology. Buy low, sell high, okay? You don't need to understand all these chart patterns that I'll be discussing in future videos and that we'll be launching in our private education crypto platform here soon. But the main thing here to understand is if you were to buy down here at 5 cents, even right now at 15 cents, you're up a 3x on it, and there's still further upside to go. Now, there's no guarantees that CRO is going to see a massive breakout. But if I were to just measure to the bottom of this support right here that CRO bounced off from the 22nd of January of 2022 on the complacency stage, that's about 120% away. So, that's about a 2x, 100%. So, for example, if you had $1,000 in that could be $2,200. No guarantees there. It's just example purposes, but upwards of here of 150%. And then I do think the rest of this bull run, how this plays out is when we see a break of a range of resistance. For example, the resistance right now is right here at about 18 cents. You can see all the way back in May of 2022 where it kind of bobbled around at this price right here. It just recently got rejected from that. So I would expect the price to either go to that and hover at it for a little bit before breaking out, or we just blast right through it and we come all the way up here and then we consolidate again at the next range. And the next resistance is all the way up here at this level. So this would be my next area to watch for CRO before we see maybe, a much deeper pullback like this, consolidate, and then we see the next leg up towards the tail end of this bull run for the blow off top. Now, whether we come back up to the all-time high or not, that's about 99 cents, almost $1. Really depends on how much liquidity flows in the market. But, with the large caps, CRO is actually one of the top projects in the space that I think is going to do very well. Now, also, what I think is going to do very well is you guys need to pay attention to the Base ecosystem tokens. And the reason why is because Coinbase, right, is the largest exchange in the United States. There's Binance, then there's Coinbase. Those are the two top exchanges. So Base is the Coinbase ecosystem on the blockchain, with the market cap sitting at $3 billion right here. Very, very small, right? When we talked about gaming, it was around 14 billion. Now gaming is upwards of like 20 or 30 billion or somewhere around there. Artificial intelligence is insane. Meme coins are like 50 plus billion, almost $60 billion. But the Base ecosystem is only $3 billion. And these projects right here, there's a lot of meme coins on here. You see Axelar's, number one at 1.1 billion, Echelon Prime, Brett, Balancer, then like you got Toshi and other projects. So as the Base ecosystem grows, there's going to be more projects added to here. Now, this is relatively new, so you can see a lot of these new projects on here don't really show the market cap, or they don't really have much information because this is new. But if we go back to simple psychology here, when is the best time to be entering into an ecosystem, to a project, or to a blockchain? It's when prices are low or market cap is low. And in this case, the market cap is $3 billion. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave some links in the description below so you guys can access a video that I did a few days ago talking about the top 10 crypto tools to find 100x altcoins. And right now on Base.org, the reason why Base is taking off is because, Base is a secure, low-cost, builder-friendly Ethereum L2 built to bring the next billion users on chain. And you can get early access to Ethereum features like accountability abstraction, that's ERC 4337, simple developer APIs for gasless transactions, smart contract wallets. It has big features and very, very small fees where you can get the EVM environment at a fraction of the cost. The gas fees are very, very small. And also it's open source and powered by Optimism. And Base is an easy way for decentralized apps to leverage Coinbase's products and distribution. So they say it's the best of Ethereum, but 10x cheaper. No code changes needed. Base's EVM equivalent. So all of your code tools and infrastructure work out of the box. Base's rollup architecture reduces cost by the multiple of 10x for everyone. So it's very, very simple to bridge. You just go to base.org. Don't go to any other website because there's a lot of scam ones out there. It's just base.org. Then you click on the bridge right here, and then you just simply click Connect Wallet. You do MetaMask, Coinbase Wallet, Rainbow, Rabby Wallet, or Wallet Connect, and then you choose how much Ethereum you want to bridge over to Base Ethereum. Let's say you do it on MetaMask. It's very, very simple. I'll leave an instructional video below this that you guys can check out. It's like a 5-minute video. It's by Connor Kenny. He did a great job on this, and it explains how this works. Now, here's the key to understand here. When we go to DeFiLlama.com, at the top, you guys can see where it says all Ethereum, Tron, BSC, Solana, Arbitrum, Blast Avalanche, Polygon Optimism. When we click on Base, it shows the total value locked on chain, and it's $985 million. And it is growing rapidly. Just in February is at $404 million, and it's up double from there. Now you compare this to something like Ethereum. Ethereum has $52 billion locked. If we click on all chains, there's $95 billion total locked, and Base holds less than like 2% of that. And so if you guys want to learn more how to use like DeFi Llama and other tools, then the link will be below. You'll see the tools right here. It'll be like the top 10 down below, and then you just click them. You go through each one of them. I highly suggest you watch this video. Only 13,000 people watch this video, so a very small percentage of our subscriber base. 317,000 subscribers. And again, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to this channel, because all bull run, we're going to be giving you top-notch alpha on how to spot 100x gems. Now, also, you can go to birdeye.so or just birdeye.so, and it'll bring you right to the main page. And you can see all chains right here. So Solana, Ethereum, BNB chain, Arbitrum, Optimism, Base. So what we want to do is click on the chain that we're looking at. So if we click on Base, you can see a few things here to be able to spot these tokens. Number one is the trending tokens tab right here. It shows you the percentage growth. Now, obviously, you don't want to go and just like ape into these ones that are up the highest amount. We want to be able to spot projects that have yet to take off. And one way that we can do that is we can look at the top wallets and see the profitable traders on how much they've made on Base. And you can simply click on their wallet right here, and it'll pull up, and you'll see their 1 week wins, profit and losses. It's in beta version right now, but $645,000. So maybe this person knows something that we need to pay attention to. Here's a cool thing that we do. You see the trader profile where you see this link right here. You just click this link. It'll open up on basescan.org, and you could see what tokens they're holding. Now, one thing to be aware of too is it says there are reports that this address was used in a scam. Please exercise caution when interacting with it. So there's a good example to protect yourself too. If you see stuff like that, this could have been a wallet drainer that they used to be able to, siphon money out of people's wallet that were connecting to, some sort of website to see if they qualified for an airdrop of some NFTs. And so the other day, I was hacked. Like even the people that have been in crypto, I've been in crypto nearly 8 years, guys. Even the people that have been in crypto for the longest time fall for this stuff too. So that's why I want to warn you, you could lose all of your money in this. Okay. So proceed with caution, because if you're not careful and you click on the wrong links, then that's where you get scammed, because a lot of these links, sometimes like if you're not on base.org and you go to like Base and you click a link on Google and you just type it in on Google, it might take you to base.org or base. Something else, and it's some other link that you connect your wallet to. So you want to make sure every single time you're on the official links. Sometimes like if I'm up late and I'm trading, I'm looking at projects, sometimes I get lazy and I'll just like click on a link and I'm not thinking things through. So you want to always be in the right state of mind when you're planning on, entering trades and doing all that stuff. So yeah, I was hacked for like $120,000. So it sucks. It's terrible, but hey, it happens, and you just have to be aware of that. So what we want to do is we want to go back on birdeye.so. We might not want to click on their wallet, might want to click on the next wallet, and let's see if this trader profile, is a legit account. So it can see there's no warnings here. We click the little drop down right here. We can see 3 different ERC20 tokens right here. So for example, like Elon RWA, I might click this one, and then it pulls up the contract address for this. It shows it has 4,293 holders. The max supply looks like it's about 100 billion tokens. So what I would want to do for this is I want to copy the contract address of this token right here, and I can paste it into Birdeye, and I click on the token name, and it'll show me the chart, and it'll show me some information on the left-hand side of the screen. It'll also show the Birdeye score. We obviously want to get as close to 100 as possible. The token info is 50. The holders doesn't show much info. So some of these are so new, because as you can see, this launched on like the 20th of March, just 6 days ago. They don't have much information about them. So what we also want to do is we also want to go to dextools.io, and we want to paste the address right here and see if it pops up, and click on the one with the most amount of liquidity. So as you guys can see, Elon RWA, just as an example, don't go and buy this one right now, guys. I just found this one randomly. I don't know anything about this project. I'm showing you how to do your own research here. So Elon RWA, the liquidity is 5 million. I'm guessing this is the correct one because the market cap shows $12 million. Liquidity is 5 million. We hover over the liquidity. It says we haven't detected lock liquidity or supply. Check it out at Unicrypt. So, that's a big thing that we want to make sure that they lock the liquidity. The DEX score is 92 out of 99. So it's not the best, but no honeypot, no buy tax, no sell tax. And then we can see the chart over here as well. At the top of the screen, you can view the contract on Base. You can go on web, Twitter, Telegram. So what we want to do is check out the website to see what this project is all about, because a lot of meme coins, guys, just move off the culture and the community alone. So Elon RWA means real world assets. So they're capitalizing on 2 trends there. celebrity coins of like just being Elon Musk, this goofy ass photo right here. And then real world assets is what Larry Fink is making popular. But another thing we want to check is we want to check the Twitter, because within the meme coin space, one of the most important things is high engagement on social media. Because if they don't have high engagement on Twitter, Twitter's the number one space for the meme coin market. If they don't have like a decent Twitter and they're not growing on that, it's going to be hard to gain traction. So, you know, it looks just like a really crappy, you know, what are those cartoons with those like claymation animations, you know? And so, hey, at least they're putting some effort into this. 46,000 views, 244 likes, 97 retweets. And so, you know, for a project like this, I mean, this project could do well. The community's talking about it. We're going through here. I'll have to do a little more research and digging on this. But another thing that I would do is I would copy the contract address and I would go over to tokensniffer.com and I just simply paste the address right here and see if it pops up. A lot of the times they might not pop up because they're not added to this, but you can see base, this is the right contract address, Elon RWA. I click this and it pulls up and it gives me a score. And this audit score is a measure of how well the token meets the criteria for safety. Automated scanners like this ones are not always completely accurate, you know, because a token with a high score may still have some hidden malicious code. The score is not advice and should not be considered along with other factors. Multiple sources of information. That's why we leave those links in the description below so you guys can vet this on multiple different sites and tools, and results are generated every 15 minutes. And so they do a swap analysis where it says the token is sellable, not a honeypot at this time, meaning that like sometimes the, you know, developer can basically allow no sales at any moment. They could switch to smart contracts. So sometimes they could switch that up and everyone then buys in, no one can sell, and then they pull the liquidity out. So we want to make sure that these other boxes are checked off right here, where like the buy fee is less than 5%, it's currently 0. The sell fee is less than 5%, it's currently 0. Because a lot of the times these developers put on these stupid 10% buy tax, 10% sell tax in order to make any profit. Here's an example, right? If you put in $1,000 to a project at 10 cents and it goes up by 20%, so it goes to like 12 cents. Well, if the buy tax was 10%, you lost 10% on your buy. If the sell tax is 10%, you lost 10% on your sell. So you're breaking even if it goes up 20%. So you would need it to go up 40% to make 20%. So that's why we want to see the buy tax at as close to 0 as possible. Arguably, like, I don't mess with any projects that are anything over like 0. You know, if they're like at 0.5 or even 1 or 2%, you know, the contract analysis, verified contract source, ownership renounced or does not contain an owner contract. That simply means that once it's launched, the owner cannot change anything in the code. And so it's out there, right? The creator not authorized for special permission is green checkbox. That's good. Holder analysis. Creator wallet contains less than 5% in the circulating token supply. So the creator wallet has 0.3%. So if you see something where the creator wallet has like 80, 90%, the liquidity is not locked and it's sitting in one wallet, I wouldn't touch that project because, you know, they could just dump it off at any moment and they could sell as much as they want, which would drastically suppress the price. So all holders possessing less than 5% of the circulating supply. This is good too, because when a project first launches, you know, they have core people that they're telling about it and stuff. And you want to make sure that if one wallet holds like 10 or 20% of the circulating supply, well, then as the price goes up, that one holder would be a massive whale that's selling off on everybody. And so being aware of this is what, you know, is going to keep you safe on these whales that start dumping towards the top. Liquidity analysis, adequate current liquidity, adequate initial liquidity is a red check, at least 95% liquidity burn lock for at least 15 days, right? So that's a big issue right there, where when we go back to DEX tools, it shows the liquidity is 5 million and they haven't detected locked liquidity or supply. We're confirming that in Token Sniffer. So I personally wouldn't touch this project unless the liquidity was locked. Now here's another example of a based meme coin. It's called Based Fink. Its market cap is $7.6 million. Liquidity is 384,000, but the liquidity was 100% was locked for 6 months, which is great. And if we look down here, 92 out of 99. So the contract's been verified, no honeypot, no buy tax, no sell tax. We come over to tokensniffer.com. We paste the address right here. We can see that it pops up. We can see that it got a score of 100 out of 100 where the token is sellable, not a honeypot, buy tax, sell tax, 0%, verified contract source, ownership renounced, creator not authorized for special permissions. You know, the creator wallet holds 0.08%. All holders possess less than 5% of the circulating supply, adequate current liquidity, adequate initial liquidity, at least 95% of liquidity is burned or lost for at least 15 days. That's 100% is burnt or locked, not burnt, for 6 months. Creator wallet contains less than 5% of the liquidity. So So that checks out. That's very, very important. Then what we do is we go over to the Twitter, we check the social media engagement. We can see that they have only 808 followers. Now, obviously for newer market cap projects, they're not going to have the largest Twitter. So you're not looking for something that is so massive that it's just not going to perform 100x. Sometimes you have to spot these projects before they start, blowing up on Twitter and social media. So rather than just looking at the amount of followers, we're looking at the engagement, what the community is saying about the project, and also who are these followers? Because if you click on these followers and you go to their pages and you see how many followers that they have, you can see who's paying attention to them. So if we're going here and we're just like hovering over some of these pages and we see 46,000 followers, okay, so their crypto promotion is following them. We're seeing they're getting some traction of some other influencers in the space. So not to put any of these people on blast because, I don't really know many of these people. And if you guys want to follow our Twitter, we're lacking on Twitter. We need some help here. I think we only have 5,000 followers, but if you guys follow us, Bull Runners HQ, we can start posting some information over there for you guys if you are on Twitter. So like this video if you're on Twitter and check us out down there. But what I would do is I go and I look and I see it. Who's following the account? And if it's big people, then they're paying attention to what this project is doing. And then also I look at the engagement. They're capitalizing, obviously, Based Fink, Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock. And then I see what people in the community are saying about the project. And I want to see if there's excitement, if there's potential for new exchange listings. I also want to see if they're listed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. So I can go to CoinGecko.com and I type in the name. So I type in Based Fink, I can see it's on CoinGecko. If I look on the max chart, I can see that they literally got listed yesterday. And so some of these projects are popping up, are very, very new. So, I'm just kind of clicking around on DEX tools, seeing for example purposes, which projects are trending, clicking on these projects, and then you do this audit. So you guys will find a lot of new projects this way rather than just going to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, because a lot of the times CoinGecko, they get listed on first and then they move over to CoinMarketCap. So on Bird Eye, you see the trending at the top, and this is how I'm spotting these right here. So for example purposes only, again, don't buy any of these projects. You guys want to do your own research, but I'm showing you how to do this. So if you go to Token Sniffer, you go to Bird Eye, you go to DEX tools, and then you start checking like CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, if they're listed on both. If they just recently got listed, you might be able to spot 100x gem yourself. And then you can share that with the community in the comments below if you spot something, or if you want us to look into something, you can contact us below as well too. So I encourage you guys, plug in with the community, because we're going to be talking a lot about some top projects that we spot on each of these ecosystems: Base, Solana, Arbitrum, Optimism, anything in the gaming space, artificial intelligence, meme coin space right now is hot and it's trending. And also another tool that's going to be coming out soon that's like DEX tools, but even better. I'll leave a link for that below. Quick disclaimer, yes, that is our affiliate link. We're in like a small little percentage if you guys are going and like trading or doing something, but that helps support value-based videos like this. So I appreciate you guys for going through our link below, and you just sign up. They're coming this year, and they already have 27,000 people registered, and it's DYOR DEX. And so they're going to have some cool features on this too, where like on Token Sniffer, for example, if the creator and the contract address, doesn't allow selling, then it's just going to fail when you try and swap into the token. So they're going to be doing some awesome stuff like that. And they're going to have a lot of people talking about this as well too in the future. So we're going to be bringing up some tutorials on how to use this DEX. So you guys want to take advantage early right now before they launch, sign up using the link in the description below, and also get exclusive early access, guys, to the guidebook and to our community when we drop that. You can plug into our Telegram right now. It's free to subscribe to our daily video newsletter. You get updates right away. And if you get value out of this video and you learn something new, then make sure you give it a like, you subscribe to the channel, and you comment which altcoin you want us to do a deep dive review in our next video. So I appreciate you for watching this video. As always, you know what we're doing. We're backing up our truck all the way to the bank, grabbing the bags, packing them, stacking them, leaving no bags left behind, because we believe the spending power of the dollar is going down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, cryptocurrencies are going up in value. That's the truth. And together, you know where we're going. We're going camping on the beaches of the moon. So I'll see you guys on the next video. I will see you on bullrunners.com. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.